Hi guys, it's Mock here. Today I'm bringing you something very exciting. It's something I've been collaborating on with Julia from Picnic Reader. It is the Aussie book tag. So basically we've selected some of our favourite things about being Australian and turned it into some questions for you. First question is Koala, a character that you just want to cuddle all day long. So I just finished rereading Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas, and it just reminded me of how much I love Kale and how I just want to wrap him up and just protect him from all the haters of the world because he's just too precious. Vegemite, a book you love that everyone else hates. And I wouldn't necessarily say that everyone hates this book. I know that a lot of people dislike it and particularly dislike the ending. And that is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, which is the final book in the Grisha trilogy. I actually read this book all in one sitting. It's worth staying up all night for. And even though I understand why some people don't like the way the series ended, for me it was a perfect ending. Socceroos, favourite fictional squad. I'm going to cheat a little bit on this question, and hey, it's my tag, so I'm allowed to cheat, right? Aside from the obvious answer, which is all of the Shadowhunter squads in all of Cassandra Clare's books, I have 4 other fictional squads that I just cannot decide which squad I love more than the other, and so I have to mention them all. The first is the squad from the Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic. I love how dysfunctional they are. I really like how it strays away from that sort of band of misfits that gets together in the end and then they're all happy together. No, it's just something so special and so unique. One of my favorite fictional squads of all time. The other is the squad from Queen of Shadows, particularly the Court of Terrasen. I just cannot wait to see where the next books takes these characters. Finally, one of my newest fictional squads is the squad from Six of Crows. I just think the diversity in this squad, the skills, and just the couples, I don't have anything else to say about this squad aside from that I love them very, very much. Southern Crufts, your most recent 5-star read. For me, that was Lara Dreams by Libba Bray, which is the second in the Diviner series, and I kind of regret reading it now because I've heard that she hasn't even started writing the 3rd book yet, but the 1st and the 2nd books in this series have just blown me away. And hey, if it takes her another few years to write another phenomenal book in the series, I'm happy to wait. Patriotism, favorite book by an author from your country. You guys already know the answer to this question. Of course, it's The Disruption Corruption Duology by Jessica Shervington. I just love this series so much. I love the characters, the world building, the drama, the plot twists, the cliffhangers, and the fact that it's dystopian and it's just so feasible makes it really, really scary to read. And if there is one series and author that I just do not think gets enough hype, it is Jessica Shervington and her Disruption Corruption Duology. Echidna, a book that you like to look at but it physically hurts to read. Now you can interpret this question any way you want. It may be a book that physically hurts to read because it was awful, or it physically hurts to read because of all the feels. And for this question, I'm going to choose the second one, which is it physically hurt because of all the feels. And that would of course be none other than Lady Minna by Cassandra Clare. Both the editions I have are just so striking to look at and so gorgeous, but I was just on an emotional roller coaster the whole time. So many things happened, and that ending, guys, that ending. Ned Kelly, a book that is really grim but is an iconic must read. For this I've picked Destroying Avalon by Kate McCaffrey, and she's actually an author from Perth, which is my hometown. I remember reading this book in high school, and for me it's iconic because it was one of the very first books I read about mental health, and one of the very first books I think I read about bullying that really just struck home with me. I remember finishing it on the train and just bursting into tears because it was so powerful. It also made me realize how staying silent sometimes in certain situations like bullying is almost as awful as the actual act of bullying itself. And for me, even though it's a very dark and very heavy read, I think it is a very important book that a lot of people should know about. Great Barrier Reef.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? We swim.
A book that had you gaping in awe. As some of you guys know, I reread the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare last month, and Clockwork Princess is definitely a book that had me gaping in awe because how can an author wrap up a series so perfectly? I can't say exactly what it was that had me gaping in awe without spoiling it for you guys, but those of you who have read the series know that that epilogue, wow. Pavlova, a light and fluffy book that you just can't get enough of. That would be The Fill-In Boyfriend by Kaysia West, which I also read last month. It's just so cute and light and fluffy like a pavlova. It's got fake dating in it. I know the character is a little bit annoying in the beginning, but I think her character development is actually really good considering it's a very short contemporary book. I love this book so much. I finished it all in one day and I know I will definitely be rereading it again in the future. Milo, a genre or an author that you reach for to get you out of a reading slump. For me, that would definitely be contemporary because contemporaries usually are light and easy to read. They're usually standalone, so there's no commitment to a series and there's not a lot of heartbreak usually or angst, which is perfect for when I'm in a reading slump. So guys, that is it for the Aussie book tag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this collaboration brought to you by myself and Julia from the Picnic Reader, whose blog I will link down below. I'll also let you know who I'll be tagging in the description box. If you watch this tag and you'd like to answer the questions, feel free to go ahead and answer them and say that I tagged you. Spread the Aussie booktube love. See you soon. Bye.
I'll go.